Hello everyone, let's talk about Mercury retrograde. It happens approximately 3 times a year, where Mercury, in relation to the Earth, it appears as if it's stationing and then it's going going retrograde for 3 weeks, and then it stations direct again and then starts moving forward. So approximately 3 times a year, we have 3 weeks periods of time where Mercury is in retrograde motion in relation to the Earth. So from the astrological, from the symbolic point of view, this is time to rethink our decisions, our life choices. It's about analyzing what we could have done differently. It's about reassessing, redesigning our life. It's about making these decisions to actually go back on something and potentially introduce some changes. But the retrograde motion, the 3 weeks, the period of time of 3 weeks itself is not necessarily to start acting on these changes, but it's time to withdraw, to go back and to rethink. Okay, it's about redesigning, reassessing, rethinking. And then when Mercury goes direct again, this is where we can start implementing our new ideas or something that we have been rethinking and redesigning. So this time in August, this happens between 6th and 28th of August. We have Mercury being in retrograde motion, but what is really important is to consider the whole shadow zone period. Meaning, for example, this time Mercury will be retrograding between 21 degrees of Leo and 4 degrees of Virgo. So technically the whole shadow zone, not just the retrograde motion, but the whole shadow zone for retrograde Mercury is happening between 17th of July and 12th of September. So these nearly 2 months of the summer period in the northern hemisphere, this is the time when Mercury will be in its shadow zone, including retrograde motion. So this is when everything that I'll discuss will apply. Okay, not just these 3 weeks of retrograde between 6th and 28th of August, but middle of July until middle of September. So have a look where this chunk of zodiac falls in your chart, because this is where all these reassessment, redesigning, rethinking, analyzing process will apply to. Is it your first house? Is it about your health, your well-being, how you look at the world, your let's say even personal, like physical look? Or is it, let's say, in the 3rd house? It's about your communication, how you express yourself, how you form close relationships with siblings, neighbors, and people that you meet in your everyday life. Or maybe it's in your 8th house, which will be very much about a rethinking and redesigning area of intimate connections, debts, deeper psychological transformations, etc. So it's very individual. Have a look where this chunk of zodiac falls, because that's where you will rethink and reassess and redesign your life. Between 21 degrees of Leo and 4 degrees of Virgo. So for some time of this period, we have Mercury in Virgo, and I have made a separate video on it a few weeks ago, so you can have a look at it. I will link it below. But also some period of time Mercury will be in Leo. So Mercury in Leo, this is all about minding the feelings, the honesty, the authenticity, the heart, the pride, the sometimes arrogance as well, and big ego. But it's all about showing inspiration. It's about sharing inspiration with other people as well. It's about creativity, authenticity, speaking from the heart. It's about being honest. Mercury in Virgo, on the other hand, especially in retrograde motion, will be very much about attention to detail, sometimes to the point of OCD and obsession. But it's all about like fixing problems, analyzing, and finding solutions. Mercury in Virgo, okay? But Mercury in Leo, as I said, this will be all about discussing the matters of your heart, of love, of creativity, honesty, authenticity, inspiration, artistic pursuits, etc. Mercury will be in Leo in this retrograde motion between 16th of August and 9th of September. So these 3 weeks, Mercury will be going back to Leo, stationing direct in Leo on the 29th of August, and then moving forward in direct motion still in Leo until the 9th of September. And then it will go back to Virgo, where it will remain for a few weeks. So yes, these few weeks of Mercury retrograding and going direct in the sign of Leo is a beautiful time to actually truly focus on the matters of the heart. Honesty, it's about expressing your truth. It's about expressing your real feelings. It is about creativity, love, very much matters of the heart. But what I find the most, absolutely the most interesting, is that throughout all this period, and this is the, the most important part of this recording, I think, is that we will have Mercury squaring Uranus. Mercury in 27 degrees of Leo squaring Uranus in 27 degrees of Taurus, two fixed signs. This will happen because of the retrograde motion 3 times. 21st of July, it's already happened, 18th of August, and 6th of September. We will have Mercury in Leo squaring Uranus in Taurus. And this is absolutely the biggest influence here. Maybe absolutely positive, you know, depends how you utilize it, but it's very liberating, because Uranus is all about speaking your truth. It's about liberation. It is about, well, first of all, because it is square, it always brings tension. It's tension, something boiling under the surface that cannot actually keep boiling anymore. You have to express it, you have to blurt it out. So we will have this tension coming up to surface. Uranus taking part in this square is very much about speaking your truth, liberation, authenticity. Uranus is not diplomatic. Uranus is not diplomatic. Uranus is authentic, raw, shocking. It's very much about waking up, is the truth teller. Light bulb moments. It's very disruptive and sudden. So we have Uranus taking part in that. But also we have Mercury, meaning obviously communication and flow of information in Leo. So based around authenticity, truth, courage. This combination throughout the month of like second half of July and throughout the whole of August and beginning of September, these 3 dates I have mentioned, this influence will very much push us to the point of blurting out the truth or truly expressing what we feel. It may obviously sever some relationships, but it may also be shocking and revealing and liberating to us. It doesn't have to be negative at all. It may be, for example, you know, confessing something that we have felt for a long time. It may be even confessing something positive, right? But these 3 moments of square will be the main theme of Mercury retrograde. Especially that it is actually happening in retrograde motion. Well, some of these 3 points, not all of them. But this will bring moments when we will all truly want to speak the truth. We will not want to hide things anymore, how we feel, what we want. It's very liberating, very much like waking up, bringing awakening, liberation, freedom, courage as well, a bit of shocking, sudden, disruptive energy. But first of all, it is very liberating. So let's watch the space, and I think it's really, really amazing. Mercury retrograde, well, these 2 signs combined, obviously, it's very different quality when Mercury is in Virgo, that I mentioned, as I mentioned, I did this other video on, but Mercury in Leo between 16th of August in retrograde motion, then stationing direct and then moving direct until 9th of September. This is the time to really watch the space and also see what the square between Mercury and Uranus, speaking your truth, having light bulb moments. Mercury is very much planet of intuition, awakening, very strong flashes of some kind of insights, light bulb moments, as I said. So let's watch the space and see what happens. But if there is something you have always wanted, or for some time you have wanted to express, but you didn't have courage, now you will find the courage, or the courage will find you, and you will actually blurt it out. That's fantastic, Mercury retrograde. Let's make the most of it, and I'll see you next time.